Why is the punishment for shirk so severe in Islam? Okay. The punishment for murder, for adultery, for murder, is temporary in hellfire. I'm not talking in the world, in hellfire. People who murdered innocent life without repenting before he dies, he will be thrown to hellfire, but not forever. Not forever. Unless the person believes that killing an innocent life is halal. That means the person is not a Muslim anymore. Okay? Because he have actually went al-ma'lum min ad-din bid-darura. It's like someone not praying, not performing salah, believing that salah is not wajib. And that person is not a Muslim. But if the person neglects prayer because of laziness and all that, and he dies before repenting, there will be punishment in hellfire. So the question is, how come all these sins, adultery, murder, usury, if the person who commits it dies before repenting, he will not be forever in hellfire. But if he commits shirk, polytheism, without repenting, if he repents, still can be forgiven in dunya. The verse where God says, Inna Allah la yaghfiru an yushraka bihi wa yaghfiru ma duna dhalika liman yasha. This verse, which means God does not forgive, does not accept that he is being associated with anything other than himself. And he forgives other than that to whomever he wills. That means the only sin that he will not forgive is shirk, polytheism, idol worship. But that also speaks about after death. That means you die without repenting. So if you're a Muslim, for example, you're Muslim, and then you suddenly become polytheist, and then you realize, I made a mistake. I make tawbah. Your tawbah will be accepted. Your tawbah will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you do it sincerely. But if you were to die not repenting, then the punishment will be eternal suffering in hellfire. Even some Muslims having a hard time wrapping their heads around this. Like why so severe? You see, I think I've explained this before, that the severity of punishment and also the greatness of a reward does not depend on the duration of the act performed or committed. Right? For example, someone who have done something great for the country for just a day. Maybe he's a spy who have, did his job for the country. When he comes back, the country may honor him with serious honors, like maybe given titles, maybe even monetary gifts, even a house, a car, or privileges, certain privileges, right? The reward will not be based on the timing of the action. Oh, since you do it one day, we will only reward you for one day. No. It's based on the intensity of the action. Same. You may be, taking usury for maybe 2 seconds. You take money from people. Interest, right? But that action is severe. Therefore, the punishment is longer, far, far longer than the duration taken to commit that sin. If someone were to steal money from someone to rob a house, they may be robbing the house for half an hour. But no sane person will come and say to the government or to the court, oh, I only robbed for half an hour, so I should only be in prison for half an hour. No sane person will say that. Because what is the highest, what is the gravest sin that a human being can commit? Killing a human being, yes, it's wrong. It's a grave sin. One of the gravest sin even. But what is it? What does it say? It's you taking a life of another creature. You are hurting a creature. Or you may be insulting the creature. That's bad enough. What more, insulting the creator? Why is that not more serious than that? So, even if someone were to live in this world for 80 years, the person cannot say, oh, I committed shirk for 80 years only. Why should I be thrown to hellfire forever? Again, the principle goes back to what we've explained just now. And reward and also punishment is not based on the duration taken to perform that good action or commit that grave crime. We look at the greatness of the one we are committing crime against. Not necessarily the crime that we do, but who we are. Simple example, you can come to your family or to a stranger and you pinch their ear, right? That can be considered a crime too, but it's a very small crime. But if you go to the Prime Minister and you do that, will the punishment be the same? The provision allowed for the judge be the same? No. But there is the same, right? Pinching ear. Or you play, you punch the prime minister. Hey, let's joke, punching his face. Don't be too serious, bro. You can do that to normal common people. No one will allow anyone to do such a thing to their king or to their prime minister or to the president. But why are we allowing it to do for people to do to God? So it's not also the duration is not also the very act itself. It is to whom you are doing the act to.